Hello, everybody. That's not how things start. How do I start the podcast? I can't remember. I'm going to talk about stuff. Let's get into it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Luke Who's Talking podcast. I'm Luke. Excuse me 1 second. Okay, let's get into it. How you going out there? The video watcher, I was about to say video listener, no, the video watcher will notice something. I have had a huge reduction in hair. How do you feel about it? I feel one thing it's going to do is at least make the real estate around my face less dark. But yeah, anyway, cool stuff. I've had a reduction in hair and maybe a bit shorter than I thought, but hey, it doesn't matter. I'll look like I have a job now, but you know, imagine if I actually did. Anyway, everybody, now let me get into first little anecdote I have here for you. Now, the other week, now some of you may know, some of you may not, but I volunteer on community radio. And so I have a show that I just do by myself once a month, but every sort of other week or so, I go and join a co-host of mine, and we just talk about stuff. So the other week though, we did something. We did science on the show. Now, it's something that needed to be done, and the results were interesting. I'll say that the results were interesting. So what we did was we had a taste test of all the various colas on the market, or at least a few of them. So we had Coke, No Zero, Coke, No Sugar, Pepsi, and then the supermarket sort of brands, I guess you could say, Coca-Cola and LA Ice Cola. So my co-host, he went and bought all these beverages. So basically what happened was I left the studio, he poured them out into cups, I came in, had a taste, had a drink, had a sip, and tried to determine what one was what. Now, I only got one right, and I think that was the Coke Zero. So I got the Coke Zero right, but I didn't get any of the others right. Now, but I feel though, and myself and my co-host, we did talk about this, and you know, even though I didn't get any right, or only got to one right, I think my reasoning though behind them were pretty sound. Now, one thing that sort of threw, because they all tasted very similar and they all smelt pretty much the same. There was one thing though which made sense after the fact, and the two drinks, there was two I had and they were quite fizzy, like all the others were sort of a bit flat. But there's two that were quite fizzy still after they'd been poured out for a while. Now, I sort of thought they've got to be the same or similar. Now, so I decided that those two more fizzier ones were the LA Ice and the Coca-Cola. Now, the theory being, or the thought process behind that, to me, was they're probably made the same place, so they're probably going to be the same. Now, it turns out that the two most fizziest ones, which actually makes sense, was the Coke and the Pepsi. Now, of course, them being, I guess, probably the better quality beverages, makes sense they would hold their fizz longer. But I thought my thought of, well, them being fizzy still, them being similar, being the LA Ice and the Q, I thought that was a reasonably solid theory. Excuse me. Oh. See, I wasn't yawning, and now I've started talking to you, and I started yawning. I don't know why that happened. So, so I thought that was a reasonably solid theory. And my co-host, like, they sort of backed it up as well. They're like, it makes sense. But so we went through them, and I only got the Coke Zero, the Coke No Sugar correct. But it was interesting because the Pepsi and the Coke tasted, to me, smelt reasonably similar. And then the LA Ice and the Q also were pretty similar. So, it was interesting. Basically, the crux of the story is, for me, they're very much the same, so there's really no need to be buying the Mega Coke or the Mega Pepsi brands. Just get yourself the 70-cent LA Ice 2 litre one, or however big. It was huge, and I'm sure it was like $1 or something. So get yourself that. Especially having friends over and you're having like mixes, you're going to get on it, or having a party. Just get the cheap stuff. Anyway, everybody, let's get into the next little anecdote here. And we're going to get deep into some feels, so let's get into that. Welcome back, everybody. Now, I'll just get into it. Two of my friends are moving away, and I've got mixed feelings about it. It is good. It is good that it is good and satisfying that they are getting or have getting opportunities to move away, live different places, try different things for their careers, and also for their careers, yes, and for their I was about to say spouses, not spouses, but partners and all that stuff. So that stuff's good. They're moving, or they've had opportunities to relocate or to move for various good reasons. But because this is Luke who's talking, I have to bring it back to me somehow. So this is where I'm at with it. They're probably now. I don't want to be causing too much scandal out there, but one of the two friends, I would have to say, is probably a bit more of a better friend, closer friend than the other. I've just caused controversy by saying that. But actually, that doesn't really matter, actually, because we have a friend group, and these two particular people are very good at getting the friend group together and initiating like friend group activities and such. Now, I feel that with those two people going, the friend group is probably is done. That's where I'm at. So they're going to be moving away, which is satisfying, which is good, which is great for them, great for their lives, their careers, and all that stuff. But the friend group, I feel, is going to... It's gone. That's it. It's I guess as straightforward as I can get it, which is because I'd have to say this friend group is my main friend group, and with it, sort of a third of it moving off, doing other things. I feel the friend group is diminished, and I just feel that the friend group activities, for example, are going to sort of end, as it were. And then I'm like, wow, I need more friends, or I need I don't know, something else. More friends, better. I don't have like a backup sort of friend group, I guess you could say. They're my main friend squeezers. And I haven't been, having secret friend affairs or anything like that. So I've got somebody to fall back on. So, but I guess, the last couple of years it's probably not been a particularly fruitful time to be making or getting new sort of friend groups or anything like that. But I don't know. That's just there you go. I don't know what else to say about it. It's very it's good. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, I guess, right? I mean, moving away, for jobs and various things. There's no problem in that whatsoever, especially if you're not getting what you need career-wise where you're living. That's not a problem. So that's, they're moving away. They're doing good things for themselves, which is what they have to do. But they're leaving me with 2 less friends. How dare they? How dare they? But, look, I'm sure people out there listening can sort of get what I'm saying. And, yeah, I've possibly really worded this awfully, but I just sort of like, I'm happy for them. It's great. But I'm also a bit sad. There you go. That's it. Let's get off to the next little anecdote, which will be just a quick one, I think. Now, yesterday for me, but it'll be Monday for you when you're listening to this, I was given an opportunity to make a purchase. And after some umming and ahhing, I thought, just do it. It was a bit like, just do it. Can you afford it? Yes. Is it possibly an unwise decision? Yeah, probably. But hey, who cares? I've ordered myself a new bike, everybody. I've ordered myself a new bike. A friend of mine, or I know somebody who works at one of the bike shops, and they said, hey, we're getting, there's a few stock, a little bit of stock available from our suppliers. Come in and have a look. So I went in, we went over a couple of things, and I was like, it's more than I would want to spend, ideally. But it comes back to, you can have this, you can say you want this bike now. If you say no, it'll be like, when are you going to get another one? Or like, when can they get more stock? Some brands, they've said some bikes and things are have been ordered, and it might be, you might not get it till next year. They don't really know when this stuff's going to turn up. And apparently manufacturers have skipped 22 models. They're going straight to, they're skipping 23 models. I think they're going straight to 24 to catch up and these sorts, they're doing these sorts of things. So, but yeah, anyway, so I ordered a new bike. So that'll be exciting when it gets here. I don't think I'll be picking up straight away because of the cost, but it's sort of like a default lay-by sort of situation. So I'll pay it off. And when I get it, there will most definitely be a video for the vlog, which will be, exciting. Vlog content, everybody. Anyway, I think that's it. Recap. Did science. Sad yet happy. And bikes. There you go. Anyway, everybody, let's get into the wrap-up bit. Well, everybody, thank you very much for this. I don't even know what I'm saying. This has been one of the most unhinged episodes ever. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you for watching. If you've watched the video, please sub, like, and all that jazz. And look, you can send me an email as well if you want to, luke.who'stalkingpod@gmail.com, or I'm on Twitter @L_who's talking. And I'll catch you in the next episode, which will be episode 100. And I possibly might share some thoughts about the podcast in episode 100. So, yeah, thanks everybody for watching and listening, and I will catch you all next time. Bye.